Also love to be downright proud along with Stivers Ford Lincoln to salute some wonderful organizations as we continue to talk about amazing live theater that's happening around the metro. But this one has a very special meaning as we're talking about Ankeny Community Theater with the production of the God Committee.
Yeah, the God Committee tapping into a very serious subject, but again, a very important message.
There you go. So let's meet a couple people that are a part of this. Of course, you have to have the director, Michael Porsche. Thank you so much for being here. And someone that's in the production, but also is a part of the meaning of what this is all about. And we're so excited to have Judy Lisk, who's also part of the Iowa Donor Network, and we'll learn more what that's all about here in a moment. But first, Michael, tell us about this production. What is it all about?
It's called the God Committee.
Okay.
It has to do with the people who decide who gets what organ. So if you have one heart and three people, and the heart needs to go into somebody now, you essentially have to decide and play God who gets to live, and which also means who has to die.
Is this an actual thing, or is this kind of a play on an idea of what might happen in reality?
It is an exaggeration.
Okay.
Although these circumstances, I'm sure, do come up.
Right.
It is meant to portray how increasingly personal it is, how difficult it is for anyone in that position to play that role, to have to play God, essentially.
Because you know that that's happening.
Yes.
All over the country.
And all things being equal, medically, how do you decide? Maybe you have a family and maybe you do not. Does that make you the better candidate? Mm-hmm. Or she's younger than you, so is she the better candidate? There's a lot of things that come into play. There's a lot of arguments that become involved, and it gets real personal. So this is kind of giving you a look at what these people have to go through.
It also brings up a very interesting subject that we talk about every once in a while, and that's organ donation. How there's people on lists all over the world that are looking to hopefully have an organ donated someday. And you kind of have a personal connection with this a little bit. So Judy, you're not only in the production, you're playing a nurse. Nurse Nella. Fantastic. So we want to hear more about that. But tell us a little more about the Iowa Donor Network and how that all works.
I've been with the Iowa Donor Network for 16 years. Very wonderful business. Love working for them.
Now, are they based out of Des Moines?
They're in Altoona.
In Altoona, okay.
They're in Altoona, and then there's also an office in North Liberty.
Okay.
We are the state's organ procurement organization, so we
get the organs.
We facilitate the process of donation and we're also tissue and eye donation as well. So we're kind of all around the board there.
Unbelievable. So first of all, what made you want to be a part of this production? And let's talk about the message that we're trying to convey to people when they come out and see it.
This man
made you.
Roped me into it. Yep.
Now, did you rope her into it because of what she does for a living and that she's an actress, or how did you do that?
I was at the Iowa Donor Network visiting with them, going over the script, and they were giving me a tour, meeting a lot of people. And I saw her making a phone call and listening to her talk, and having read the script so many times, I said, "You ever been on stage before? How would you like to?"
What's the answer to that? Have you been on stage before?
I was in high school a long, long time ago.
Well, it's time to get you out of retirement and back on the stage. So how's the process been so far?
It's been wonderful, meeting lots of neat people, and it's an honor to be able to promote organ, tissue, and eye donation in such a neat way.
That's
did you ever think in a million years you'd be able to do this on this type of platform?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We talk quite often, a lot of times the only time you even think about organ donation is when you have to check a box when you're getting a driver's license. And we're saying, no, there's more opportunities in life when we really need to sit down with our families or yourself and have that conversation. Being on the side of where you work, what would you say to people as they're listening this morning? Obviously, we want them to come out and see this moving production as well, but what would you say to folks if they're considering this?
My biggest thing that I would say to people is, please talk about this with your families. Let your family and your loved one know what you want. Mark yes on your driver's license. We want to get those people transplanted. And we want those numbers to be zero, that there's nobody waiting, there's nobody dying on the list waiting for a transplant. So talk it over with your friends and your loved ones, and make it easier at that time when something does happen that they don't have to make the decision. You've already done that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, since you're part of the donor network, Iowa Donor Network, if in fact you do check the box on your driver's license, how many people could you potentially help if you check that box? Is it just like, I just want my heart to be donated, or my because nobody wants my liver, but how many people can be helped?
That check mark means yes for organ, tissue, and eye donation. So potentially 8 people could be, their lives could be saved with organ donation, but you could also enhance or save hundreds of lives with tissue and eye donation. You could give 2 people the gift of sight. You could help someone who needs a knee repair or has a bone tumor.
Didn't even think of that.
You could save the life of a burn victim by donating skin. It's an amazing gift, amazing.
Now, is it as simple, and I apologize if this is kind of a dumb question, but is it as simple as checking a mark on your driver's license, or is there more we have to do? Do we need to go to a website so that if it's looked up in the hospital or something like that, they know exactly, as opposed to, where's her driver's license? Did she check the box? How does that exactly work?
We have access at Iowa Donor Network to the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Okay, so that is the official way of knowing.
That truly is the official way. Now you can sign up online. You can call us if you're not an internet person, and we have people there that will help you sign up.
Right.
It's easy.
It's easy to do, but it's important to have that conversation and get that conversation started. And people are able to possibly do that by just coming out and seeing this wonderful production.
Absolutely, it gives them a great idea, it gives them an awareness about it. And it lets them know, as you said, that this is not something that you think about. Nobody plans on dying. Nobody knows when it's or how it's going to happen. You might have the best liver in the world. You don't know it.
But this is when the production is happening, folks. Ankeny Community Theater, at just a couple of days away and running through the end of the weekend.
And tickets are only $10 a piece.
Oh, wonderful.
So
okay, so get your tickets, folks. Midwest Tix. There's a phone number to check out. Otherwise, AnkenyCommunityTheater.com to get all of your details. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. And Judy, I'm so glad you're getting back up on stage and sharing a very special message with us this
Thank you,
morning.
Nurse Nella.
Thank you.
There you go. Downright proud to salute a great organization, the Ankeny Community Theater. Don't miss the GOT Committee starting this Thursday. You're watching CWI Live on KCWI. Take a look at this coming up next.